Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whether you're listening to this live or listening to this on YouTube, welcome to the weekly Roundup, your favorite variety news show for your eardrums. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, giving you Vibing with Vince.
Dustin with Showbiz Spotlight. I've got no headphones, so I don't know if I sound good or not. I hope I do.
You sound so good, man.
Yeah, you were right there on point. And I am BS with Total BS, Fact or Fiction, coming up a little bit later.
Yes, sir. And Anthony.
Game Temple with Anthony. Hello.
You're here.
I was here last week, too.
It's a special occurrence.
I've graduated to guest.
No.
You've been promoted to customer.
You are now one of my top employees.
You are the number one editor on the Weekly Roundup, _1 on YouTube. And you're also a prime member of the show, long-standing.
Prime Energy, shout out, not a sponsor.
Weird. Not a sponsor of Prime Energy. It gives you stomach ulcers.
Well, but that's okay. If you give me a little bit of money, I will be more than happy to say that my ulcers were caused by something else.
And you hear that here first, folks. If you give Dustin a lot of money, he will say whatever he wants.
He'll lie about his ulcers.
$100, I'll lie about my ulcers. I don't care.
Oh man, I have a pretty good show for you today. Today we're going to be talking about Joe Rogan in the White House.
Oh wow, is he going to be fighting in the octagon?
No, more on FDA breakthroughs on psychedelic drugs.
Ah.
Well, we'll talk more about this
Fun
and
stuff.
AJ Brown trade rumors on Vibing with Vince. What are you talking about?
Well, I binged Beef Season 2, so you don't have to. Thanks, Netflix, for dropping it all at once.
You talked about the show last week,
I did talk about
right?
the show last week, and it dropped, and I was able to see the entire thing.
All right, exciting. Give us a little taste of your fact or fiction.
My Fact or Fiction. So it involves a zoo. It involves missing animals.
You love these
And the chaos that incurred. And you guys can tell me if it's true or false.
Is this the Denmark again?
No. It's not the Denmark feeding it to the alligators and the tigers. It's something else.
Oh my goodness! And what is the gaming temple?
Well, now that Mr. BS is here, maybe I'll rehash some of the conversation from last week. And then, I don't know, video game movies that are coming out.
All right, pretty fun. How have you been, Anthony?
Since last week, I've been pretty good. I was here last week.
I know you were here last week, but now we're here as a group, and I wanna hear from you more and hear your beautiful voice, Anthony.
You can always call.
I have a phone. Listen, I'm a very busy man, Anthony. Okay,
That's what I hear.
Yeah,
I wanted to give him a sticker.
He wants to give me a gold. I would love a little gold sticker with a little rainbow on it.
Is there something you want to tell us?
Well, no. Wait.
I was wondering if anybody was going to take that softball right down the middle.
You left it hanging. I have to go for it.
Not what I mean. I just, I saw
man.
upside down rainbow leaving the arena on Sunday, and I thought it was a message.
Is that some sort of euphemism?
I know, for real. I saw an upside down rainbow.
Remember the double rainbow guy?
Yeah. Oh my God, double rainbow.
Yeah. Did you find out?
Right.
Not to get kind of sad here. The guy passed away a couple
died,
years ago,
yeah.
but he still uploads videos.
Yeah.
His he did 10 years worth of videos or whatever. His family just pumps out every couple days.
I wish the succulent Chinese meal guy did that.
Yeah. I wish he was still alive, honestly.
May he rest in peace.
I might be talking out of school here, not to besmirch a dead guy if I'm wrong, but didn't we find out that guy had, the double rainbow guy had some weird scandal too?
I have no idea.
I swear he had a scandal.
I'm pretty sure anytime you get to that level, there's a scandal
There's a
involved
scandal
at
from
some
something.
point. You don't make it to that level without something coming, some skeleton falling out of the closet
It's
on
better
top
to
of you.
avoid fame, really.
Yeah.
Nobody
Just
will
exist.
know.
Just exist.
Just exists.
Why push yourself to be better? Just be.
That's why we're never cracking the 20 subscriber.
Oh, come on. I think we have 21, 22 now.
Come on, we had a 100 viewer episode, and then our next few episodes have 1 view.
Well, that's if you're listening at home. This is the method, and they haven't patched it yet. Drop one successful video, wait weeks before dropping anything else, and then you'll get those numbers back down.
Woo-hoo! Here on the Weekly Roundup, we love consistency and we love doing things on time and the right way. Isn't that right?
Yes.
I think I'm on the wrong set today. I think I walked into the wrong studio.
Like at one of those congressional hearings, I'm like, yes, we do do a good job.
We do a fantastic.
To the best of my knowledge, there is always preparation.
To the best that I can recall, there's always a time clock on the table.
Yeah.
We're keeping us on time.
Speaking of that, it's about time for a song break. Some people would say today is a holiday. Here's a Holiday by Green Day. When we come back, it'll be Vibing with Vince. And we're back with a little bit of Vibing with Vince. And, podcaster Joe Rogan, who some say is the podcast king.
Shout out.
Learned that in
the show.
An intro to broadcast class. Yeah.
That's funny. In my intro to broadcast, they were talking up Tim Pool.
Right next to Tim Pool. I was just about to say that. Anyways, podcaster Joe Rogan joined President Trump and others in the Oval Office on Saturday as he signed an executive order accelerating research for certain psychedelic drugs used to treat mental health disorders like PTSD, depression, anxiety, things like that.
Will you give it to him at least that that's a win?
I mean, Joe Rogan...
That depends. Did they have McDonald's afterwards?
Did they have McDonald's afterwards? They probably did with Diet Cokes. But that's not the point.
You ever have a McElk? Bro, you've got to try the McElk.
The McIbogaine, the McShrooms coming up on your plate. This directs the FDA to basically expedite its review in psychedelic treatments and to kind of push further clinical trials on people who can sign up for them and be a part of these studies.
And just anybody sign up for that?
Well, you have to kind of have a health condition or something already in the sorts. There you go. Well, then maybe you can sign up for something. Here in Florida, for being a red state is actually pretty progressive when it comes to psychedelic treatments and mental health disorders. When it comes to that, there are already ketamine clinics.
Because we have so many crazy people, they had to do whatever
around the area, and I actually know a couple clinics that give MDMA here in Florida. So this is not necessarily a new thing. These clinical trials on psychedelic drugs have already been kind of happening, but with this executive order, it'll kind of probably push them and kind of put them more in the main light than kind of in the shadows, which they've kind of have been in since they've started like in 2018, 2019. What's y'all's opinions on?
I mean, the fact that Joe Rogan had to be there just because he likes to talk about doing mushrooms is wild.
Not only did Joe Rogan was there, Joe Rogan was the main reason why this order was signed. Joe Rogan texted Donald Trump and said, hey, here's some information about Ibogaine, which is a psychedelic used to treat PTSD and substance use disorder. And basically, the report said that after one use of Ibogaine, 80% of people stop using substances, and after 2 doses of Ibogaine, 93% of people
that sounds like way too
are
that's gotta be some kind of
substance-free.
cherry-picked
3 doses of Ibogaine, and now you're addicted on Ibogaine.
Yeah, right? No. We're gonna get rid of all these snakes by bringing in a bunch of mongoose. Like, it's not gonna help.
But it does. So he texted that to Trump, and Trump's like, "What? You want my full approval? You got it. I'll sign it right away."
Is that what he sounds like
Yep.
these days?
Yep.
I just want to go on record and congratulate drugs for coming out victorious in the war on drugs that began in the 80s and has been fighting a guerrilla operation for the last 40 years to get us to where we are today.
W drugs?
Well,
they won that battle of attrition.
for the longest time, the government was, hiding giving the drugs, on the war on drugs, But now they can just be open about it and just give it to the gut people.
Yeah.
Here you go.
No, for real.
You know, you don't have to give it to the shady drug dealer to give it to the neighborhoods anymore.
And, you know, and once again, another small business goes under. Now, now your mushroom guy's out of business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always just anti-small business, no matter what comes out of Washington.
This country, man.
I know.
Oh, man.
They got to start paying taxes on the mushrooms. Come on, man.
You know, Portland, Oregon, or like Oregon already has a.
Well, they tried legalizing all drugs. They had to
everything's
walk it back.
decriminalized.
I think they had to walk that back though, because people were just doing heroin in the streets, obviously.
Well, people are still actively doing heroin out on the streets in Oregon.
Oh, for sure. They're never going to stop. But you can't tell them it's okay.
Do it in the comfort of your local public restroom. Why are you going to do it on the streets? Like, come on.
Take it to your public library.
Take it to your tent.
I'm getting fresh air. I'm getting sunshine, vitamin D.
It's a healthy lifestyle.
All your glorified plants.
I just want a suntan without having to feel like I'm suntanning for a couple hours, okay? Why can't I just be gone?
Oh, man.
No, those people that are out there doing drugs on the street, they always are very tan, but to the point of like leatheriness, because they live out there. You know, they almost are taking the tanning too far.
Either that or they're retirees in Sarasota and they just spend all day in an LA Fitness or something.
Under this new program that Trump is executively signing, drugs can get approved in weeks, not in years or years plus.
We really are fast-tracking drugs since the pandemic, aren't we?
But in weeks that are in line with our national priorities. So, listen.
So our national priorities, everybody tripping?
It seems like it.
We can't distract people from the Epstein files. Let's get them all on ayahuasca.
This is a utmost unmet public health need, and there are potentially promising treatments, Trump and hosts say. That's why there's a sense of urgency around this. That's why we're doing it now. So yes, I guess you are right. The number one order is not the war in Iran. It's not the raising gas prices. It's not the raising food prices. It's not the fact that, you know, we have a reality TV show in our government system. It's psychedelic drugs.
Well, it all kind of makes sense. The way you laid that out actually makes sense. Because you've got, you know, a society in chaos, right? Nobody can afford to do anything. But if you start giving out people, you know, acid pills or whatever they're going to start making, maybe they won't care as much. And maybe they won't be driving as much because you probably shouldn't be driving, so you won't be complaining about the gas.
Well, I don't drive.
It's all making sense now.
It's all making sense now.
Anyway, drugs.
In 2024, 471 service members died by suicide, and over 1,500 attempts were reported, according to the Pentagon's annual suicide report. This is another big reason of why they're pushing the psychedelic drugs, as they say, as they want to prevent suicide rates from increasing as they have been for the last few years. Trump also touted his most favored nation initiative in Trump RX program platform,
what's this?
boosting his administration efforts to lower drug costs
Eh.
to make it even easier for you to get the psychedelic drugs.
I mean, and as much as I sound sarcastic, I'm all for this because we're not going to fix any of the problems anyway. So please, for the love of God, give me some drugs.
You know, so
Medical cocaine win?
I don't think they'll be testing medical cocaine, but
They're just going to send it out there. Okay.
I mean, if you were in the 40s and 50s,
Coca-Cola formula now.
right? You know, the original Coca-Cola formula had about 44 milligrams of cocaine, which equals around 2 lines. Don't ask how I know this.
See, I mean, I'm telling you, man, the Old West, which is probably what they were selling at, the Old West must have been so lit. You're just out there riding around your horse, drinking those insane Coca-Colas all day, shooting your pistol off into the air.
Yeah!
It all starts to make sense. All the behavior out there starts making sense.
Me when I party in the 1940s.
Give me one of those cigarettes and a stick. Nah.
With a tuxedo with tails on it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Let me look like Frankenstein in The Bride.
Ooh, didn't you? Ooh.
You
but,
shouldn't. That was a one
so
bagger.
basically-
if I
That's what I
remember
hear.
correctly.
So basically, that's all I got for the Trump and Joe Rogan signing this executive order
Okay,
for
so-
psychedelic
So
drugs.
W Trump? Are we saying W Trump this week?
I will have to see how it continues,
I can't get him to say it.
but you know, this might be a W for Joe Rogan. I think this might be kind of in lieu of the fact that Joe Rogan has said some pretty anti-Trump things in the last few weeks, especially towards the Iran war that is going on currently. And this might be Trump's way of trying to win Joe Rogan back, in a sense.
See, that is just so ridiculous. I mean, it's not bad enough we got, and I don't care about the people involved. It's just the optics of the whole thing. Like, we got the president Twitter beefing with the Pope, and now he's got to win over a
But
podcaster.
what was the thing?
Like, do some governing. I don't know.
This is his governing.
I mean, it's
The Apprentice White House edition.
I mean, it's not even him. It's just the state. I mean, it is him, but it's like the state of the world. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't him, it'd be somebody else on Twitter beefing with the Pope. Like, you need to go back. This is too much.
But we need more AI Trump Jesus.
Well, you know, the problem with the Pope is he's weak on crime. The Pope is soft on crime. We got to do something about that.
So, you know, this might be just a ploy to win back a podcaster, but this might be a win for the future of psychedelic drugs in the form of maybe mental health treatment. Which I might need mental health treatment if these trade rumors are true, which leads right back into my
They're trading
next,
Joe Rogan.
my no
They're
next
trading Rogan to China.
thing is AJ Brown has been heavily rumored to be traded since after the Super Bowl. Apparently, he's got some conflict against the Eagles, and he's not shown
Even
up.
he's tired of that tush push.
Even he's not shown up to training camp. The rumor has been since the very beginning that the Patriots are the number one destination for him. You know, he used to play with Mike Vrabel in Tennessee. Before obviously they both were, one was traded, one was let go by the organization. And AJ Brown has made it pretty clear that he probably does not want to put on an Eagles jersey anymore. I just hope that we get a first round pick out of him if he does go to the Patriots. There's been extra, drama that's been added to this because the head coach of the New England Patriots had been caught with a athletic reporter, Diana Rossini.
Hot like
Shout out.
They were holding hands at a romantic resort, and a private investigator took pictures.
oh, God forbid he have a little motion.
They're both married, and it seems like Diana Rossini was trying to maybe get information about this trade in some sort of way.
Did he crack? I swear to God. Did he?
Did he crack? That's the question.
However you interpret that, did he?
I don't know, but there were pictures, and it's really kind of highlighted the trade rumors even more because obviously, with that kind of attention, it's like this is the biggest thing going on. Will AJ Brown go to New England or will he not?
Quickly, let's sign AJ Brown so people forget about my affair.
I think by June 1st, if AJ Brown is not in a New England Patriot jersey, he might be in another jersey. But I would hope that he stays for another season. I would hope that he wants to play for the Eagles, play with Jalen Hurts, play with Devonta Smith, who they've I've seen all grow a healthy team connection with. But the future is not looking the best for AJ Brown in Philly in Midnight Green. But
Well, the question becomes: are you still going to draft him in your fantasy if he jumps ship?
well, the question is, I drafted him as my second round pick this last year, and he was a straight dud for most of the season. So probably not, in that sense. Yeah. Bucky Irving, though, I might actually give another shot you know.
AJ
But
Brown goes to another team and absolutely balls out. He's finally not getting deep.
but yeah, that was pretty much my my segment here. When we come back, it'll be Showbiz Spotlight. But you know, nothing even matters anymore if AJ Brown gets traded. Here's Nothing Even Matters by Lauryn Hill featuring D'Angelo.
Are we recording? Are we recording?
No, they've been recording for the last 2 minutes when I thought the song was going to end.
Take it away,
Is the song ever going to end? Is it over?
The song is ended.
Are we still waiting?
It's ending? You're talking low. You're talking quietly. I don't have headphones.
What? I'm talking quietly.
Yeah, you're talking quietly because I feel like the
I'm
music is still
whispering
on.
into the microphone. Like,
He's using his
soft
late
and
night
yeah,
voice.
using my
He's
soft
bringing that
and
late night
why
voice.
is every
Far
time?
too sensual.
Why is okay? I'm
Feel like
sorry,
I'm on
but
the
every
couch.
time the song ends, it goes to a One Direction song. Who had the mix and who decided that whenever a song ends, is gonna play One Direction?
Well, hold on. What song
Because
is
One
it?
Direction is goated.
You did that? Oh my goodness!
Hold on. What song is it, though?
Taken by One Direction.
Goated.
It's my favorite Liam Neeson movie. It's actually not, though. So it's just
They're up
a
there with
Liam Neeson
BTS.
movie.
The Naked Gun remake.
That was
That was
a
actually really
one.
good.
I like Ice Road. If you guys ever saw Ice Road.
I've not seen Ice Road.
Well, that's a... Oh, God, that's not a 5-bagger. I'd have to watch it again to give a review of Ice Road, but it's worth
Was that
watching.
the one where he went one-on-one with the wolf?
No, that was the Gray.
The Gray,
Ice Road
yeah.
was just exactly Ice Road Truckers, but they made it like a thriller movie where there was like a terrorist on one of the trucks.
What?
See it?
No.
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to have to
Yeah,
look
Ice
that
Road
up
Trucker.
This sounds cool.
And-
now. Okay.
yeah, I think at one point somebody like shoots the ice because they're driving the ice and it's like cracking. You know?
That's some Steven Seagal stuff right
Oh
there.
man.
Oh my goodness!
Steven
I used
Seagal
to
might
have
be
the
noted.
Steven Seagal ponytail, man.
Oh, really? Did you run like him too?
I mean,
Did you
not.
fight in a chair like him?
You know, one time Anthony, I saw it with my own eyes, took like a toothpick and blew it right into a guy's neck. It was like, whoosh.
Am I John Wick?
Bro,
Where did this happen?
it happened to James Joyce. The guy walked over and he was like,
Look,
it was like being all mean to him, like clowning on him, and he was just sitting there taking it.
As you do.
And then the guy sat in the other corner of the bar, and he looked over to me and goes, Vince, watch this. And he takes the toothpick
Out of his mouth, by the way.
and he spins it right into the guy's freaking neck.
Oh wow, did the guy die?
And the guy just falls down.
Nice.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, let's go get ice cream.
See, that sounds
that I
like
believe it. That last fact makes me believe the whole thing.
Well, that's not true. I wouldn't go with you. I'd go with Julian. He's the other ice cream guy.
Well, Julian wasn't there. It was me and you. I saw it with my own eyes.
Why is this the first I'm hearing about this? This is the
I think
coolest
he's-
thing you've ever done.
I think he's blending his dreams with reality.
No, this is what actually happened. Anyways, tell about Beef Season 2.
So I binged Beef Season 2, so
Where's
you don't
the
have
beef?
to.
Where's the beef?
Well, the beef in this one actually developed pretty early on. So it's kind of it's one of those shows where, for the most part, it's kind of just bored rich people making issues where no real issues exist. You know what I mean? It's these people at a
Right.
country club, and the guy's like the president of the country club, and he's fighting with his wife in their living room, right? And she's like picking up a golf club, like swinging it at him and stuff, like Tiger Woods, and they get into it. Like she's like trying to hit him with the club, and he's like stopping her. And right as he's doing that, this couple that works at the club is like groundskeepers are like returning these people's wallet to them or something that they lost. But they start looking around in the back window, and they catch just the part where they're like going at each other with golf clubs, and they filmed it. And they decide we're gonna blackmail these people to get health insurance because the girl needed some medical care or something. They didn't have any health insurance, so they go blackmail these people with this video, and everything kind of unravels from there. Now, this is different from the original season of Beef in every way because it's like an anthology thing they're doing, where every season is different people, different plots, and everything. So this one I don't think was as good as the original one because it kind of does that thing that sequels fall into a lot, where they're kind of trying to hit like similar story beats, especially on these sort of anthology series. They're trying to be similar but also like be different, and it was different. It was pretty good overall, but a little bit samey and not really as unique as the first season.
This season actually got a 10 out of 10 on a 10 out of 10 on IGN, which
Well, that's we know
is
all
very
about
surprising.
IGN. I'm more than happy to call out IGN right now. If IGN is listening, I'm calling you out. You do bad reviews.
Okay.
You do bad reviews.
You do terrible reviews. You
you
give
get
IGN
paid.
money.
Not a single bag of popcorn.
Now,
to
if
see.
you paid us,
Well, if you paid us, I would give everything 5 bags of popcorn plus an
Amen.
additional 5 bags of popcorn.
Ooh, we don't do that here.
Well, not unless I'm paid. Pay me, I'll give anything 5 bags.
I'll have ulcers and I'll give everyone popcorn.
And if you don't pay me, I'll blame my ulcers on your movie.
You hear that, Pride?
you hear that beef?
Yeah,
Where is it?
prime beef gives you ulcers.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It does sound really
Prime
bad.
beef. It's gonna be like green.
You're just
blue.
cooking it in the prime juice.
Oh, a little prime energy marinade.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That could work actually. I might give that a try.
Little prime red wine reduction. Yeah, I got you.
Ooh, God, that reminds me, totally off topic. You guys know what I had yesterday? I had a can of sangria. I didn't know they sold sangria in a can.
Can of sangria.
Yeah,
I've had
not bad.
margaritas in a can.
I've had margaritas in the can also. I like that. I like drinking anything out of a can.
Just
It's
right
very
out.
convenient.
It's ready to go.
And don't know, I wouldn't do this, but the cool thing about like a can of wine, it doesn't look like a beer can, so you can kind of just drink it anywhere. People think you're drinking like an energy drink or something. So that's kind of nice too.
Yeah.
Anyways, circling back to Beef Season 2, I'm trying to think if there's anything I should really talk about because like you don't want to give a bunch of spoilers,
No,
right?
you want people to watch the show.
But there are a lot of twists and turns, people sort of scheming and stuff. It does escalate quite a bit. There's a couple of murders that happen before it's all over. I like stories like this where, something kind of innocuous just keeps snowballing into a big disaster. And it was also made by A24, who have made a lot of good things. So if I was going to give a popcorn rating to Beef Season 2, and I think that's what we're all here for, I'd have to say... I was going to say 3.5, but I think I'll be nice. I'm going to say I'll give it 4 bags of popcorn.
Ooh, say it in.
Check it out. One other thing that was weird about this season, too, was the first season, 10 episodes, an hour each, kind of like a normal Netflix series. This one was 8 episodes. They were all half hour.
Ooh, the budget.
Yeah, they might have lost a little bit of budget there. But yeah, 4 bags of popcorn, and what would I throw in?
You usually do sodas.
Well, sometimes, unless... You know what? Ooh, God, yeah, that's a good idea. I will do sodas on this one. I'll give it 4 bags, and I'll give it, like, 2 sodas.
How many
And a
ground
meat
beefs?
steak.
How many square Wendy's?
Bro, we had the same joke. I said, how many meat steaks?
How many Slim Jims?
17 Slim Jims, but that's only equivalent to 2 bags of soda.
So, wait, 17 divided by 2 is...
9.5.
yeah, it's not a...
I don't think it's 9.5.
Yeah, no.
17 divided by 2 is 8.5.
IGN would have given it a 10. How many
That's
meat?
true.
How many meat sticks is that?
Too many meat sticks.
2.
Is there a limit?
Whatever that sounds like word correct.
Anyway. Oh, man. Any other comments on your beef show?
Well, let me think. I don't really have too many other comments on the show. However, I do have 2 minutes left in my segment, so I want to shout something else out that's interesting. Here in this bottle that I'm drinking from, this ordinary water bottle,
An ad break? What is it?
well, it could be an ad break someday if I find out what this company is called, because I've added this sort of mystery powder. I found this powder, this little vial of powder.
Okay, cool.
That promised to give me energy.
Uh-huh.
So I poured it into my water here.
Is it working?
Not yet, but you know what? Before the show is over, I'm going to slam as much of this as I can, and I'm going to see if I get any energy. And I'll report back when we do our wrap up. But one thing I do want to talk about that is very important, and I don't think it's talked about enough. You can find us on Live 365 at Hawk Radio, or if you're really tapped in, you're going to watch us on YouTube at the Weekly Roundup _1. That's
Video's
correct.
right around the corner, guys. Don't worry.
Videos every sometimes, and if you're watching us on the Hawk TV, I think is what the YouTube's
yeah.
called.
Hawk TV.
Eventually the episodes will get up there too. But if you're already on YouTube, just come over, give us the views at
us
the
the
Weekly
views.
Roundup _1.
We provide videos most of the time.
We do videos sometimes also. You're
But
probably gonna get new episodes sooner there than you are on the school one though.
when we come back, we'll guess if it's fact or fiction. But
guys remember
when
that,
Dustin comes back, hopefully you'll feel like he's bulletproof. You know, with the energy drink he's drinking. Let's see if it works. Here's a Bulletproof by LaRue. And we're back. Mr. BS, take it away.
All right, so we are covering fact or fiction here on Total BS. Now, this one, I'm confused on how to even read this one.
Okay.
Because
I don't believe it.
based on the reaction to you guys and hearing about my wanting to talk about animals and wolves running away from zoos and going
The
on a
wolves are
9
running from the zoos?
yeah, it was on a 9-day
This is
bender
terrible.
and it got
Oh,
caught.
a bender? That's pretty nice. I like that.
So today, I had to readjust real quick, and this story was so good that it actually seared itself into my head. In South Africa, there was a mayor candidate who is running
From hyenas.
trying to bring a focus to the infrastructure of their area. And at 75 years old, this mayoral candidate put on a wetsuit and swam through a giant pothole that they filled in the middle of their town square and swam laps trying to say, we've come so far in South Africa with our wealth and our private wealth. What is going on here? So that was the highlight of her campaign trail, was swimming in the potholes that have been left over by the local government.
I'm already ready to vote for her. If you can swim in a pothole, something's gone horribly wrong.
Right. That means you're a perfect politician.
How many cars are lost in there every month?
I don't know, and I'm trying to pull it back up because it had an image of her and everything, but I'm trying to figure out, how do you let it get to that point if it's true or not? That's the big question.
It's not true.
You think it's true?
I mean, we
Oh, yeah, we're
barely have
guessing,
good
right?
roads.
Yeah, I think it's true.
Yeah, it's probably true.
That is a true story out of
Oh,
South
my
Africa.
goodness.
They are trying to bring awareness, and 75-year-old candidate dressed in a wetsuit and even commented during interviews, I'm hoping to see a couple fish while I'm in there, and went and just started swimming in this giant pothole
You know
trying
what would be a
to...
good stunt for her is that they have a lot of sharks out there. Put a shark in the pothole. I promise a shark in every pothole until these potholes are filled.
And then
Protected
you-
on the streets. Protected in the streets.
And then you feed one lower level like executive every day that it's not fixed.
A city councilman goes to the shark pothole every day until this is fixed, and it'll be
One
fixed.
sacrifice a day.
Evil
Yeah.
Knievel jumps it.
What?
And then, like we were talking on the break, you could charge for that. Make admission.
yeah.
Man
Pay-per-view.
versus shark. Government versus nature. Who
Oh
wins?
my God! 5 bags, 10 bags.
100.
And a Dr. Peeper. And a Dr. Peeper. I would watch a bunch of low-level government executives have
Oh,
to go
yeah.
fight
Oh, yeah.
nature.
That'd be amazing.
Take some of these Hillsborough County
One gorilla-
executives. and
One gorilla or 100 PXs.
What does he? Do they all get a flask?
Yes,
The Pete's will
and
win.
they all just watch
gorilla also
Pulp
gets
Fiction.
one.
They all just watch Pulp Fiction too. Did you? Okay, he just quoted the Bible verse from Pulp Fiction.
nice. That
That's
was
not
pretty
real. You know,
that wasn't real?
That's not a real Bible
Oh,
verse.
really?
And he quoted it in an actual like sermon, and he's
Nice.
just
In a
sitting-
sermon.
He's sitting there. He's like, and my military comrades, let me read a thing here from Ezekiel 37:17, and he starts.
Okay, yeah, but how many people who heard it also don't know that it's
No,
it's real or
you
not?
point to the crowd, and there's like 3 people that's laughing. You can tell that they've seen Pulp Fiction, and the rest of them are just sitting there.
Like, oh.
This true
I
story,
wonder if he has
guys.
the wallet too.
So 100 PXs who just watched Pulp Fiction versus one gorilla.
The Pete's take it if they get their flask.
They just tear them apart limb by limb, like Glenn in the Walking Dead show.
No, it's just one. The other 99 just sit there and cheer, and the one drunk Pete just goes out there and lays that thing out.
Oh my goodness! Look, I looked away and One Direction started playing.
Well, he likes One Direction.
What is this?
Goated.
Now you've got a little bit of time left. Tell us
Time's
about
dose.
this Wolf's Bender.
I also believe it.
9-day
I've lost that story. As soon as you guys said, "I don't want any more animals,"
I never said that.
I
I
discarded
always
it.
want to hear about zoos and animals
No,
fighting.
we were just making a joke.
I discarded it, changed direction to a One Direction, and made it the South African.
Which direction?
Well, what if we could do? All right, here's something, guys.
South
What if we could do a zoo, like Ultimate Zoo Fighter? So
Okay.
what animals are you pairing up in the Ultimate Zoo Showdown? I think we got to put the elephant in first. Who would you have fight the elephant?
It's the heavyweight matchup is elephant versus rhino.
Versus a rhino.
Right.
I feel like rhino takes it,
Well,
right?
hold on. What does the hippo fit in?
Hippo has to fight the saltwater croc.
I was going to put Croc against elephant. Croc would grab the trunk, pull it under the water, and hold it there, and say, "How long can you hold your breath?"
Can you
Zebra versus giraffe.
Can you drown an elephant by holding its just its trunk under? Do you think?
If you get enough torque, you're pulling it backwards, and on a downward slope, that elephant's going to go right down. And
It's also an elephant.
This is like celebrity deathmatch, but instead of like the hosting celebrities against each other, we should like claymate animals.
have you guys ever seen that? Have you guys ever seen that TV show?
Yes, there's a TV
Yeah.
show. What's
Where
it
they
called?
do that?
Celebrity deathmatch.
Celebrity deathmatch.
No, they did it for the Animal Kingdom.
What?
Like Animal Planet,
Yeah.
like Nat Geo.
Oh, really?
Really?
Like the Deadliest Warrior for animals?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
They were like simulate
I'm watching
two
this.
animals going together.
I'm definitely
I think
watching this.
I think they did one. It was a gorilla versus a crocodile.
Wow.
They did it by
Crocodile
they do
things.
it by computer graphics, and
Yeah,
they take
yeah.
the stats of the bite force and their ground speed, water speed, how much torque they can put running
I know what
away.
you're
That's
talking
exactly
about. I
like
forget what it was
Deadliest
called.
Warrior.
Yeah, they would do like we ran
Like
1,000
versus
simulations.
Face
And
Off.
this was that's what it
It was called
Oh.
Animal Face Off.
Oh, okay. I'm watching that one. I get
And
home.
it was like they had another one at that same time where it was like Soldiers of History, where they took like samurais
That's Deadliest
against
Warrior.
Viking. Yeah, Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah.
So Animal Face Off was in that same time where they
Yeah.
were trying to bring like a Nat Geo side of it into there. It's pretty good too.
Deadliest Warrior is pretty peak. I think
That was a good show.
the guy who did the commentary. I think was the same guy who did the commentary for 300. Because he sounds like he's like the ninja
He
versus the Apache.
he drew you in because you were just
Oh, yeah.
like, it was the movie phone guy. You were like, I could sit and listen to this guy tell me a story. We're good. Let's do this.
It reminds me of Seinfeld when Kramer's the movie phone guy. He's like, why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you want to see?
Oh man. Speaking of movies that we want to see, video game movies you had on your
they're coming
mind.
out.
Oh, okay. You want me to talk about that?
Yeah,
I was going to ask Mr. BS about what we talked about
All
last
right,
week.
ask us.
It's
yeah,
your
so,
segment.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
your
my segment. So
I was just trying to segue into your
what
segment.
feels like a millennia ago, you showed me the PS5 and the pricing.
Whoa.
Yes.
And we finally got to that topic last
Now, was
week.
that true, or did
No,
you fact
no.
check that wasn't an April Fool's
No,
joke?
that is true. That's 100% true.
It is true.
So we finally
Don't
talked
rage me,
about
Mr. BS.
It was one time, darn it. It was one time.
And
Vincent
again, if you
Nichols.
can fool him again with the story that you send in, we'll find a custom weekly roundup T-shirt for you.
He's-
it's all nuggets.
Oh, that could be a shirt.
Okay.
So we finally got to the topic last week, and it kind of devolved into how, disregarding the RAM prices, the gap between the upfront cost of buying a console and the upfront cost of buying, let's say, a pre-built PC was basically shrinking and almost closed. And I just wanted to see if you also believe that to be a fact.
I do, as you're watching, especially in the day of limited physical media, you're seeing fewer hard printed games, everything going to more of a digital storefront and stuff like that. When you look at it, what's the appeal of a $900 PS5 versus that $1,000, even a little laptop can be set up for gaming pretty decently. You don't need to have a Henry Cavill home-built system, but I think as it progresses, you're going to see more people now swap over to the PC gaming since you can use controllers on a PC now. You're able to have better running graphics. You have a reduced lag time, stuff like that. They say the console wars are over because of the Xbox PlayStation merger. I think the age of the console is starting to dwindle down.
We got to this point too last
week.
week.
We got to this
point. Are we seeing the beginnings of consoles kind of being phased out?
I actually talked about this last week when you weren't here, Mr. BS. Well, I said specifically, I was bringing up specifically how the smart TVs are now just having like Xbox apps where you can just stream the games from your TV and not even have to have this system anymore. You can just stream Call of Duty straight from the
That's crazy.
smart
My
TV.
experience with streaming games on Xbox was pretty bad, but I was actually looking at the Xbox Live tiers the other day, and the premium one, I think that's the one you have.
Yeah.
It says all the other ones say stream games, and this one says like stream games at our highest speed. So
Nice.
I think it only works. The streaming only works when you get the expensive one. Because I played the Oblivion remaster on the basic streaming, and it was terrible.
The other portion that I look at is right now Sony is really kind of shooting themselves in the foot, Apple style, by throttling the PS4, which doesn't have any performance issues, still is a good system, but they're preemptively phasing out support for the PS4. I want to say it was starting this month, and then by the end of the year, the PS4 is supposed to be a dead system.
Same thing with the Xbox One.
No way. That's what I have.
Well,
they're all
do that
doing
with every console though.
Yeah,
Generation-wise? They eventually hit
part
that
of the
point.
old generation now.
But you know, you
old.
look at like a Nintendo 64 with a cartridge. You can still play a Nintendo 64 with a cartridge. You don't need all the online server support. I can pull an original NES and play Duck Hunt if I can find a glass screen TV these days that's not LED. When I look at what consoles are doing versus PCs, it's a little bit more palatable for the average American to get a cheaper PC just to game with, because they know in 6 months there's going to be a technological advance that warrants a system upgrade to a different computer. You can choose to spend that money. Consoles are locking you in, saying you're going to pay $1,000, and when I say the server's done, you're done. I see a big shift. If we're going to go to this digital storefront, it's going to be places like Steam or the Microsoft Store on a PC, so it's all in one library. I would like to see more away from the licensing of digital to an actual proprietary ownership. If I pay $90 for GTA 6 when it comes out, I don't want to be told I have a license to play it and they can cut it off at any time. I want that physical copy that I can put in anytime and play.
Well, supposedly, and I heard this as an unsubstantiated rumor, which is something that we love reporting on.
We love unsubstantiated rumors.
There's doing something in the government or something where they're trying to make a law that if pretty much what we were talking about happens, right? If you buy a bunch of games and then they remove the support for them, they're supposed to give you a full refund. So we'll see if that passes.
Yeah, I saw California was trying to make a new save the game type thing to protect the physical media. And also on the tech side, did you guys see in Europe that starting 2027, the EU passed a law that for a cell phone, it has to have a removable battery that can be serviced by the customer.
Wait, I actually like that.
They're trying to bring in more customer protections, kind of like the old Nokia phones where you can swap a battery when it starts dying without throttling your phone. So they're trying to break kind of that monopoly of energy and cutting servers that Apple kind of started and then everybody else followed with. Hey, it'll be great for a few years, but then I'm going to slow your service. I'm going to slow your internet to get ready for my next release to force you to go up. That's what I think has crept into the gaming community. Instead of building a console that's going to last through generations or giving you a video game that's going to stand the test of time, Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, Sonic the Hedgehog, etc., these digital games that you can get for $10 are running the market because you got all these independent developers trying to cash in, get out, even your big market games are released with bugs and need patches.
All the time.
They're never optimized the way they should be because they want that immediate money to start the next project down the line. Call of Duty, I'm looking right at you.
And they always get all this blowback. They always have like mostly negative reviews on Steam. They don't even care because people just buy it anyway.
Yes, because they know they're going to get that money.
They'll just do one really big patch.
You know how we talked about how there weren't going to be any skins in the new Black Ops 7 didn't last. They already had Dave Chappelle and Cheech and Chong and like a couple others.
Well, they made that same promise with Battlefield 6. We're going to have more grounded skins. And the next thing you know, you're running through a lobby, running through a desert, and a dude in lime green highlight neon runs by you, and you're like, what are you doing, man?
This isn't realistic at all.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is the motion capture suit for the game.
Right. At least isn't Homelander from The Boys lasering your eyes in Black Ops 7.
Or the most insane one for me was the Nicki Minaj skin where the execution was being farted on by a unicorn. It was insane.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Are we going to forget about the Ninja Turtles coming into Call of Duty and smacking people with skateboards? Are we going to let that one slide?
When Modern Warfare 2 came out,
smacked by a skateboard?
I may have gotten the Shredder skin. That was,
you're part of it.
I may have gotten the Shredder skin.
This guy.
Yeah, I did. Hey, it was pretty cool.
Of our gaming society.
It was pretty cool. I had to get it. Did I get the Ninja Turtles? No. Did I get Shredder? Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
I draw the line at a shell.
I also got the holiday one. This holidays one on Modern Warfare 2 and a couple other skins. But I haven't.
You're like Santa or what?
Oh yeah, kind of like that.
You kind of got the Santa ensemble going today. You got the red and whites.
Yeah, red, white, and green.
No blue? Oh.
No.
Why no blue?
Because
it just explain to us why you hate this country.
We'll save that for next episode.
Room not excite you more.
Well, that was pretty much the end of the weekly roundup. This has been another great episode where I got attacked at the end.
I was really waiting for the "how does that make you feel" statement at the end. Got real therapeutic there for a second.
This is how I'm feeling, guys.
How does your hatred of America make you feel?
It's not.
How could you live with yourself?
He's trying so hard to get that music out.
Why is it not working?
Just play One Direction.
Why does he want to play One Direction? There you go. I'm not okay, guys.
Okay.